Hi guys, and welcome to the first episode of Frackin Joe's Deck Builds. I'm Frackin Joe, and what I'm going to be doing every other week is producing a video for you guys about a deck I've built. Now, these decks will contain different types, mainly every other week. I might mix it up and do another one. It depends on what type of deck you guys want. If there's a certain combo you want in a deck that you want me to produce, I can do that. If you want me to do a certain type, and I can search through the database, look up cards, I've got a bunch of cards, and I can build a deck out of it. We'll just see, and if you like this video, just let me know, and I will keep making them, because this is just a pilot episode. That's why the audio quality isn't very well done, or the video quality for that matter. But anyways, I'm also looking at an animation for the cards. If you guys have any suggestions on which animation I should use, just let me know. And without further ado, let's begin the video. So, to start off, the energies I use in this deck are mainly water and fighting. Now, I do use the new blend energies, meaning the fighting, water, electric, and steel energies. These energies work really well with this deck due to the fact that I do use Pokemon that use all four of them, meaning Artillery, which uses water and steel, so this energy works really well for both. I use an electric guy, Emolga, so the electric one, and then Garchomp, which uses water and fighting. So in this deck, I use plenty of different kinds of Pokemon, as you can see. I also use a Mewtwo because of its first attack, and because this deck uses a lot of energies. Nearly half my deck is energies, but we'll get to that later. Now I'm going to show you the item cards that I use. I use 3 of each of these, and the 3 items I use are Cilan, to draw any type of basic energy I want, meaning water and fighting, because the Garchomp uses 2 different energies, and same with Artillery, and it just works really well, especially if I want to draw a bunch of energies. Next, I have Enhanced Hammer, because a lot of people are going to be using Blend and Special Energies now that we don't have Rainbow or the Rescue Energies anymore, so this is going to be really powerful. Next, I use a Level Ball to draw a Garchomp, or Gabite, excuse me, and because Gabite's special attack is Dragon Call, and what it does is you can draw any type of dragon Pokemon you want, and that really helps, especially when you're looking for a certain dragon to pull, and especially with this deck due to the fact that I use Artillery and Garchomp, and these 2 work really well together due to the fact that Garchomp has a 100 damage attack on it, and the first attack only you only need 1 fighting energy, and it does 60 damage right off the bat if you can get him right away. And that's why I have Gabite, and I'm only using this Gabite because of that. And I have 4 of them in that deck, and I'm gonna put a list on the bottom of what cards I use in this deck, because I'm going to go over all the cards, and later on I'm going to show you the EXs I use. But first, I just want to show you how I use the cards, and secondly, Artillery's special ability with the Garchomp is it increases the damage done by a dragon Pokemon by 20%. Just to your dragon Pokemon, by the way. And speaking of energies, make sure, this is a tip because I failed to do this and I didn't realize it till it was too late. Make sure when you're using special energies, such as these 2, you only have 4 in your deck. Now, people are saying, oh, well, that's pretty obvious. But for me, I didn't know about this, and I've been playing for at least a couple of months or so. And I found out that you need to make sure that you have only 4, and you can have as many special energies as you want, but you can only have 4 of that card. And I do have 4 of each of these because of that. And next, I'll show you my power cards. And those are my EXs. I do use Giratina EX, and that's just an easy one to play because it's so versatile in the amount of energies it can use. Next, I use Mewtwo, as I already showed you earlier. And this card I pulled just out of 3 packs, and I was just hoping to get something. I wasn't expecting it, but I got it. And that's Terrakion EX Full Art, which was really nice. Next, I use Groundon EX, which is a pretty good card, especially when you're trying to knock out a bunch of cards. Next is my counter card, and this card works really well. It's Bouffalant because of its special ability where it decreases 20 damage from your attack, from the opponent's attack. It's really hard to knock out right away. And then its bottom attack, which is Golden Breaker or Gold Breaker, it hurts twice as much to EXs, which is a great counter to EXs because it does 60 damage plus another 60 if it's an EX card. And this works really well, especially because it only costs 3 energies. Sorry about that, my allergies are killing me right now, and I've taken 2 pills and they still aren't working. Now, the cards you want to start out with right away is the number 1 card I'd say start out with on this deck is definitely Emolga because of its first attack, which is Call to Family. Call to Family, basically you search for 2 Pokemon instead of 1 like an Eevee from the old series that got pulled, which this card really comes in handy, and I was really hoping for one in the last set of an Eevee that does this, but it never came, so that deck didn't work as well. And luckily they have an Emolga, and this card works really well because it has a free retreat. So basically, if you're low and you have 1 energy, you put him on there, pull him up, Call for Family, you get 2 cards, flip him out, and basically you'll never run out of cards, especially with this card. So it works really well, and it's if people are using what is that? Stunfisk, something like that. It attack does 20 damage to the front Pokemon and 20 damage back, but due to his resistance, that won't affect him, and that works really well for me. So, but other than that, the basic Pokemon I use obviously are Swablu and Gible, and those 2 you really want to pull on your first turn. Either that or this buddy, Feebas. If you have a Milotic and you pull, or in your deck and you have it in your hand when this first turn comes around, you definitely want to either do Gible or Swablu if you want to, as the 2 Pokemon that Call the Family does. And especially if you have Milotic, because if you switch Emolga for Milotic, his first attack, with just costing 1 water energy, it allows you to search your deck for any 3 cards. So no matter if you need any card, you can pull 3 cards in any way you want out of your deck and put them in your hand. And this works really well. It's really hard to lay unless you have it in your hand, so that's why I say if you have Feebas, don't usually play it because it has only 30 HP, unless you have a Milotic in your hand, because that just helped out so much knowing that I have something that way. And most attacks can't do damage on the first turn to multiple people, like the new Regigigas. That does 30 damage to 3 different Pokemon, and with 30 damage or 30 HP as his health, that just knocks him out right away, and that's not good. So just make sure you don't use him unless you have a Milotic in your hand, and that really helps. And I'm only running 2 of these because I only got 2 in a pack, but I'm thinking about grabbing a couple more because it's so hard to pull, because most of the Pokeballs, such as the Level Ball, don't get it because it has 110 HP, and then the Heavy Ball doesn't get it because it only costs one retreat cost, unfortunately. And basically that's my deck. If you have any questions down below, let me know, and I will definitely answer questions and comments below. If this video goes well, I hope I can do this again sometime, and I hope I get an animation. But my next deck will most likely be a Dark and Psychic deck, because I'm looking at the Hydreigon, and it looks really easy to lay with the Darkrai, and I know a lot of people are starting to make decks like that, but I basically just want to try it out, and that's an awesome combo to use because I have both, and I only have one of the old Hydreigon, and it's a Dark type, and then I have one of the new ones, which was really nice. So I hope everything goes well, and it looks really nice. So I will leave the number of the card down below, what type it is, and what the number of cards I have in the deck of that card. And if you need to find where the database is, the Poke Beach definitely has a bunch of it, and I'll leave a link on the description too of that. And thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.